Hello everybody and welcome back to Decision Desk HQ's YouTube channel. My name is Ryan Gest, Elections Data Fellow here, and if you haven't already seen the first two episodes in this series where we cover every major poll closing, as well as which races to watch at that hour, make sure to check those out first, as this one will cover the 8 p.m. poll closing. It's the largest of the night, so make sure you like the video down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. 8 p.m. Eastern is the largest poll closing of the night. Voting will end entirely in 17 states, as well as partially in 5 more. And there are a host of really exciting races to watch here, so let's quickly run through them. Kansas's Democratic Governor Laura Kelly is seeking a second term against the state's Republican Attorney General Derek Schmidt. Inside Elections rates this race as a toss-up. In Michigan, high-profile incumbent Governor Gretchen Whitmer is also seeking a second term. She faces conservative political commentator Tudor Dixon, and Inside Elections gives Whitmer a slight edge in the race at tilt Democrat. The Keystone State will once again prove key. Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race between Democratic Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman and Republican Mehmet Oz, popularly known as Dr. Oz, has commanded the nation's attention for a variety of reasons, none more important, however, than how close this race will be. This race has gone back and forth between toss-up and lean Democrat in DDHQ's forecast. And even though Oz has only led in one single poll, the GOP will hope that Republican support finally consolidates around Oz at the ballot box, while Democrats will hope that Fetterman's perceived appeal to moderates in the more conservative western portion of the state actually translates to votes. Moving on, our first of 6 toss-up U.S. House races is Illinois' 13th. Democrats redrew this Biden plus 11 seat to contain virtually every Democratic-leaning area in southern and central Illinois. But Republican nominee Reagan Deering hopes to hold off Democrat Nikki Budzinski. In Michigan's 3rd District, Democrats helped fund Trump-endorsed Republican John Gibbs' primary win over Trump skeptic incumbent Congressman Peter Meijer, with the hope that Gibbs would be the easier candidate to defeat in this new Grand Rapids-based Biden plus 9 district. Also in Michigan, longtime incumbent Democrat Dan Kildee is in danger in his working-class Flint-based 8th District that has trended to the right in recent years. Paul Junge is running as a mainstream Republican, hoping the national environment and disapproval of the Biden administration will lead him to victory. Meanwhile, Tom Malinowski is another vulnerable longtime Democratic incumbent in New Jersey's 7th District. He narrowly held off longtime state legislature and political scion Tom Kean Jr. by less than 5,000 votes in 2020, and will face him again in a rematch after his district became 6 points more Republican in redistricting. And back to Pennsylvania, both the 7th and 8th districts are rated as toss-ups. Incumbent Democrat Susan Wild is running for re-election in the Allentown-based PA 07, which went from Biden plus 5 to Biden plus 0.6 after redistricting. Wild faces Trump-backed Lisa Scheller in a rematch of their 2020 matchup, where Wild won by a little under 4%. Next up, you're probably sensing a trend here. Longtime Democratic incumbent Congressman Matt Cartwright is at risk in Pennsylvania's 8th, which is also rated a toss-up. Cartwright has managed to hold this ancestrally Democratic seat even as Trump won the district twice. His opponent, Jim Bognet, will look to win over those Trump Republicans in a more favorable GOP environment. Finally, the largest congressional district east of the Mississippi is Maine's 2nd, which encompasses the more rural northern third of the state and voted for Trump twice. The incumbent is Democrat Jared Golden, who became the first member of Congress ever elected via ranked choice voting all the way back in 2018. He unseated then-incumbent Republican Bruce Poliquin, even though Poliquin received a higher share of first-place votes. Ultimately, an overwhelming majority of third-party voters ranked Golden as their second-choice candidate, carrying him to victory. Now in 2022, they rematch in what is likely to be a less than favorable environment for the Democrat. DDHQ rates the contest as lean Republican. And that about does it for the races to watch at 8 p.m. Eastern. Of course, there are a lot more races that I didn't mention that you should be keeping an eye on as well, but for the sake of time, those were the races I really wanted to point out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure, as I said at the start of the video, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That means a lot to us, and your support indicates that we should continue making videos of this style going forward. Also, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section down below, suggestions, concerns, thoughts, questions, whatever. We'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time.